have a
Gargoyle. Welcome back to Heroes and Whiskey. We are 3D printing our way through the D&D 5e Monster Manual, and today we are printing monster number 95, the Gargoyle. So I am really excited about this episode. We got a classic fantasy monster, and I'm expecting to find a lot of good creature design, so let's head on out to my mini factory and see what we can find. And my mini factory does not disappoint. There's this great set from the Great Grimoire, $6.50 for, looks like, 5 different poses. These guys are really cool looking. There's this set from thru. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. These guys look cool. $5 for 3 poses. Oh, this guy's got a name, Burno the Gargoyle. $5 for 1 figure, but that's a pretty cool look. There's this one from Forge 3DX. This is pretty much straight out of the Monster Manual, just $5. Oh yeah, this guy looks great too, from Fotis Mint. Also $5. I do wish it came in a set. And then Loot has a couple of really good gargoyles as well. This is from one of their, I think, original model sets from Vampires and Panshaw, but it's got 2 gargoyles. You just need to purchase the whole set, which is $30, which is quite a bit. But I really like these from Mammoth Factory. There's 4 different designs here. They just have a really cool look. Some are very aggressive, some are brooding. You could also maybe use these as horn devils or pit fiends. And so let's get these printed out and see how they turn out. Of course, gargoyles are the classic Gothic sentry. Any place you have rocks, any place you have a castle, you can have gargoyles. I really love this description in the manual where it says, they enjoy simple tasks such as guarding a master's home, torturing and killing interlopers, and anything else that involves minimum effort and maximum pain and carnage. That's, I think, one of the best descriptions so far. And here is an encounter for you.
Perched above you is a grotesque winged creature carved from stone, brought to life by dark magic to serve as a vigilant guardian. Perched high upon the Gothic spires and ancient battlements of forsaken castles, it watches with cold, unblinking eyes, blending perfectly with its architectural brethren until the moment it stirs. With a grace that belies its stony exterior, it swoops down upon unsuspecting trespassers, its claws and fangs as real and sharp as any predator's. When the party ventures too close, the gargoyle springs to life with a terrifying roar, its stone wings unfurling as it prepares to dive, a silent but deadly defender of its domain.
So I printed 2 out of the 4, and I really think that they look great. They're very sinister, very menacing. As I've lived with the design a little bit, I am feeling like maybe they lean more toward the demon end of the spectrum and less toward the gargoyle end. You know, in that sense, I suppose they could actually be a more flexible mini to own. They're also a bit large. I think gargoyles are supposed to be medium figures, and these are 50mm bases, which they do tell you when they buy them, but it definitely makes for a big gargoyle. In terms of printing, you can see they came out really nicely. There were no issues with the printing process. You can see like little tiny hands and claws. Those all came out perfect. Lots of great detail on the face. Even though the wings kind of hang off in every direction, there were no issues with the actual print. One thing I will say about this particular design is that you can see the way that the wings are shrouded. It made it almost impossible to get a paintbrush up in here. And so if you're planning on using these figures in a campaign, you're planning on painting them, just be aware that this particular design is a bit difficult to print. But other than that, there were no issues at all. Really a detailed figure. And the printing came out flawless. So in terms of size, I definitely think these guys are too big. You can see that the base is definitely designed to be a large base, if not even bigger. And, you know, they're supposed to be medium-sized figures, and they are clearly larger than that. I honestly don't know that I would print them any smaller just because the wings are so thin and there's a lot of fine detail, so I don't know if I would print them smaller. And so if you want some larger style gargoyles, these are definitely a good fit. But if you need something that's maybe a little more human size, you might want to take a look at some of the other options. In terms of resources, it was $16, but you do get a set of 4, and so I thought that was a really great deal. It took us about 9 hours to print them all, and so we are up to $919 spent, and we're at 39 and a half days of total print time. So if you need a bigger gargoyle, definitely check out this set from Mammoth Factory. There are a ton of other great options out on my mini factory if you want something a little bit different. Next up, we're headed back to the elemental plane where we'll be spending a month looking at genies.